Hello and welcome to North Hardin High School. My name is Leslie Hall and I work in the Youth Service Center here, and today we are having a STEM Entrepreneurial Challenge and we welcome you.
Dr. John Miller, and I am with Askari360 Workplace Consulting, and today I am hosting a STEM Entrepreneur Challenge for the kids to give them an opportunity to be creative, share their knowledge, and think about some innovations that they have going on in their mind. STEM is very important to me. Of course, as an IO psychologist, my occupation happens to be a STEM. STEM occupations range from A to Z, from actuators to zoologists and wildlife biologists. Some of the highest paid jobs are STEM. STEM's average salary is about $87,000. That's above the average salary for all non-STEM employment. The highest STEM occupations is petroleum engineers. They make about $180,000 a year. And then after that is physicists. They make about $118,000 a year. I think a lot of people know that STEM involves computers. And computers and working with computers make up about 45% of all the STEM jobs. And also engineers make up about 19% of them. Are you guys nervous? Okay, all right. Don't worry, I am too. All right. Hey, but one thing I'm very excited for you guys. This is the first time I've ever pulled this off or tried to pull this off for you guys, and hopefully through word of mouth with your help, we can grow this so your peers can have opportunity to compete in something like this as well. All right. You guys first came in and I introduced myself. My name is Dr. John Miller. I have a PhD in industrial and organizational psychology. What's my connection to North Hardin? How many soccer players do we have here? Have you ever seen a guy named Doug Miller hanging up his pictures hanging up in the locker room? I believe it is. Yeah, you know who that is? Yeah, that's my son. All right. So North Hardin's one of the North Hardin's greatest soccer defensive players is my son. My grandchildren have graduated from here. Matter of fact, Kay Vaughn and Kyrie Bowles, and you know those guys. Those are my grandsons, and they graduate this year as well. So I have children and grandchildren who have graduated from North Hardin. But Hardin County Schools all together, I want to give them all the opportunity to, one, explore STEM, and two, explore some business ideas that they may have that are STEM related. One of the things I've been talking about is that the vastness of STEM itself. Did you guys know that there's over 200 occupations in STEM? All right. My particular job as an IO psychologist is a STEM. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And psychology is a science, and there's a lot of mathematics in dealing with when you get up to the PhD level. All right, especially with doing statistic analysis and things like that. So don't ever think that your ideal is not STEM, and let your peers know that their ideal just may be a STEM, because there's over 200 occupations. All right. Today, we're doing of course, you're doing your entrepreneur presentation. Your business ideals were first scored based on the areas that you did your write-up on. And then today, we're going to grade you on, just like if you guys ever seen Shark Tank, the same kind of format. And then we'll grade you on that, and then present the winners and the runner-ups with cash prizes. Well, my plan was to open up the STEM Entrepreneur Challenge to all the kids in the Hardin County High Schools, an opportunity for them to present their ideals and a business ideal to go along with it, not just to go into the career, a STEM career, but maybe have a business plan for it itself. So today we have 3 teams representing the schools across Hardin County. I think North Hardin is probably the strongest representation today. Hopefully we'll be able to do this again in the previous school years to give kids an opportunity to, one, explore STEM even more in depth than just what they may think it is, and really expose them to what it actually is. And then give them an opportunity to be creative and come up with ideas as far as STEM businesses, whether they're small businesses or going into a large and becoming a large major corporation.
My name is Eleyana Wood, and I have a product that you're going to need because it's useful in every situation. Have you ever needed to open a bag of chips? This is a product for you. If you ever needed to cut your seatbelt to get out of a car wreck, this is the product for you. The product I have here is called Never Not Ninja. It's a self-defense ring, the most versatile one on the market. It's composed of a band that can be customizable, a blade, and a steel peg. And but since this is a prototype, it is blown up so you can see all the components. We have many parts, but first I want to look at the blade because I think that's the most important part of this product. It would be made out of carbon steel, which is a very important, like a very strong steel. If I show you this diagram, you can see that in normal steel, you have the iron atoms, but the carbon is introduced and it fills in the spaces where normal iron would be stressed. However, it's still stressed, but it's very difficult for that to happen, which makes the product so versatile because it's so strong. And since this product can be customized, it's basically designer. That means that so many people would want this because you can give it to a loved one as a gift, or you can give it to yourself, and it can be something that only you have and something that represents your personality. But the motor, part of the proceeds go to Silverleaf, which is the reason it goes to Silverleaf is because it's a defense ring. So if you feel like if you're in a dire situation, you have that protection. So it's a $40 price tag, but 5% of the $40 goes to charity. But the thing is, that's on every product. So if you bought a separately sold blade, then that $2 price tag would be on each thing. And if this is sold at a large level, $2 will add up. $2 will help the people who are affected by harassment, sexual assault, and different various things like that. And then I want to focus on the uses, going back to here. I think the most important part of this product is how versatile it is, because you can use it for basically anything. You can use it to cut a piece of tape at your job. You can use it to break a window in a car. And it would be very easy to do that because of the strength of the blade. But if we go back to the designer aspect of it, the actual ring part would have an electrical component inside, which would be covered. And then the outside part could be made out of gold, platinum, and in actuality, the size of the ring would be the size of a wedding band or a promise ring or something that said as such. And to protect you from the very sharp blade, in a real model, the sharp pegs would be able, since this blade would be smaller, would be able to retract into the stainless steel peg, causing you to not be cut. And that can be done with the safety button right here. And if you undo the safety button, the blade will come out of the peg again. And to turn it on, you use the on button. And then to turn it off, you hit that again. And it would move as fast as like a bandsaw. So I do not recommend sleeping with this on or things as such. But if you, in your daily life, walking around, going to work would be a safe thing to do. And also, with the product, it would come with a foam covering to cover the blade until you need to use it, just as an extra safety precaution. And that is Never Not Ninja.
And did you think this up? You've drawn this out and had a 3D printer print this
Yes.
Prototype yourself, right?
Yes.
So do you think you have something that is patentable?
Yes, I think that the blade could be patented because it's very unique. And there's so many different things you could be, that would be only our brand can make.
I'm curious as to, as you came up with the idea, did you do any research? Are there competitors or things that are like this out there?
There are,
Okay.
but the thing is with those, they're not always they're always issues. I've seen test videos where there's these metal rods that can break a window, and those have not always been shown to work, and things as such. And they have these other products like a pen knife and stuff like that, and that's not going to stop an attacker. That's not going to stop someone if you have a little blade. But if you have something as sharp as this that could, and that's loud like that, or that's threatening like that, then you're going to have to steer someone away from that.
So the battery's gonna take up some room on this thing, so.
Yes. It would be, and this, you can see it here, this is why there's this extra space here. It would be in here, and this part would be a little bit thicker, but the 3D printer didn't display that well.
Let's talk about the battery. I know you said DC, it's DC, so what kind of battery are we looking at, and what would be the cost of your battery?
I would have, for the battery, I was thinking something that, it may be something, again, that would have to be customized because it's so small. So something like a little bit bigger than a watch battery to motorize it, because it would have to fit into something as small as a ring or as small as something that, like a wedding band, so it would be difficult. You'd have to talk to producers about it.
So I'm Brandy, Director of Innovation for Hardin County Schools, and today I got to come out and help judge the STEM Challenge. This stuff is just so interesting for me to be a part of because the kids that we saw today blew my mind with some of their ideas. These are the kind of opportunities that we want to encourage in the school system more, so that kids are, thinking and problem solving and then practicing by getting up in front of judges. So really exciting time here today, and excited for this to become an annual event, and hope to be back again next spring to judge again.
Have you ever gone to the movies and missed a scene because you had to go to the bathroom? Well, with our idea, we can solve that problem. Our idea is the theater toilet, and with the theater toilet, you'll never miss another scene. It will start with a button on the side of your seat. You hit the button when you have to go to the bathroom. The seat will now go through an elevator and take you straight to a bathroom stall, where there you'll have a QR scanner with your wristband or ticket where you scan and your movie continues to play while you're in the bathroom. When you're done, it'll take it back up and it'll sanitize itself and clean, and you'll continue the movie straight from the theater.
I am a movie fanatic. I love watching movies, and I hate when I have to go to the bathroom when I miss a scene. So most of the time I hold it in as much as I can, but there's those days where you just can't hold it in. And so we did some math, and so if you were a person to get up out of your chair and go to the bathroom, you'd take about like 8 minutes out of the movie to go to the bathroom and come back. And with the chair, you can go to the bathroom in less time, about 4 minutes, and be able to still watch the movie and not miss any part. Do you have any questions?
So tell us more about your product. How does it work?
Okay, so there are buttons on the seat. These buttons, you can hit one to go down. There's an elevator, like a capsule. There's a floor under you that will slowly go down into a stall. We have, like, instead of walking to the bathroom or like where there's stalls or anything, it's already under your seat. This will slowly slide up, and there's already a toilet built in to the seat. And then a screen will come down. There's a QR scanner right here where on your ticket of purchase, or you can buy a wristband if you have a membership to our theater. You scan it. The screen comes down. After you scan it, your movie will continue to play that you purchased. And when you're done, you hit the up button. It'll take you back up. The seat will slide over, and inside the slide that comes down, we have a cleaner that cleans the toilet itself. So you don't have to worry about purchasing any workers to clean for it. So it'll clean itself.
So have you all done any work to think about the cost of this to the movie theater?
Yes. So the normal cost of a movie theater seat is about $400, and the average cost of a toilet is $100. Putting that together, it'd be like $500, $600 because of the difference in the seat. Because if you just add a small motor to the top of the seat, the thing would probably cost about $550 per seat, and there's about 200 seats in a movie theater. On average. And then the elevator is about $15,000 each. So when you do the math, it's about $4 million for renovation to a movie theater. But an average movie theater on costs $2 million. So that's only $2 million more. And an average movie theater makes about $1 million a year. and that's a local movie theater, not any popular ones. But we think with our marketing skills and that we can make about a 40% revenue increase because it would attract a larger group of people, because it's just a step in the future and something that's new and people like new things. Because this is an idea that hasn't been renovated since the beginning of a movie theater.
You mentioned marketing. What is your plan for that?
So our plan is to go on anything, because with the new generation, social media is a really big hit. So if we can market on social media and just on movie ads, we can add the new parts of our movie theaters. Because when you go to the movie theater, you see a whole bunch of ads for local business and everything. This could be on any movie screen that you see, talking about the new renovation to your local movie theater. And anyone would probably want to check that out.
And people they'd actually spend money because they wouldn't feel like they're wasting money when they missed the movie with this seat.
So I guess I thought you went down through the floor with the thing,
Yes.
and then you got up out of your chair and went to a restroom that was in the lower level.
Yeah.
But that's not.
No, it's a lift. It's on so as soon as you hit the button, the chair itself slides up and goes behind the chair. Then the elevator takes you down in a lift that the floor, it just takes you down. So it's impossible to fall. So injury is impossible.
So your chair goes down?
Yes, everything. It slides
You
down.
and the chair all go down?
Everything. Yes.
Okay. And then what happens after that?
You'd come down into a stall, and
You land in a bathroom stall?
Yeah, it's like a cubicle. When you think of like a large company with cubicles, it's all layered like that. It's a whole bunch of stalls in the bathroom because everyone in the movie theater has their personal stall under their chair.
You got a name for this thing?
The theater toilet, to keep it triple T.
and it has a logo. It's kind of like the Tesla logo, but it's like a ladder type thing.
3 T's on top of each other.
Hi there, I'm Lisa Williams, and I'm with the Kentucky Innovation Network. We've been here in Hardin County for almost 20 years now, working with entrepreneurs and startup companies. So it's a great pleasure to come out and hear these young folks with their great ideas, possible ideas with some intellectual property and things that we can grow into a going business. But that's what we're all about at the Innovation Network, to help people get their good idea off to a start. So just let us know if we can help you. We founded and work closely with the Lincoln Trail Venture Group, which is a group of local investors that hear pitches from groups just like this every month. We meet once a month and hear people that come before us. They might be trying to raise $20,000 or $2 million. But you can always get in touch with us, and we're glad to help you, and our services are free. So just let us know if you have a great idea, and we'll help you move it forward. You can reach out to me at, just look up kyinnovation.com, and you'll be able to find us.
Hello, I'm Minea Ellis.
I'm Cameron Schaefer.
And we are Effortlessly Smooth. We are E&S, your eco-friendly smoothie business.
Our main purpose is mainly just to create a smoothie or something that's more eco-friendly. Oftentimes you'll see like so much trash on the side of the road, just plastic and stuff. And that takes up to 20 to 500 years to completely disintegrate. So our purpose is to create more of an eco-friendly packaging for our smoothies.
Why choose our smoothie? A healthy and nutritious smoothie is the best way to start your day. Not only will it start you off on the right foot, but can help tide you over throughout the whole day, which is good for people that have overeating problems and who like to snack a lot.
The biggest problem is, again, I said a lot of the trash on the side of the road. Another thing is oftentimes I oversleep and I'll be running super late in the morning and I won't be able to eat or drink anything. I can really easily just grab like a smoothie and go. So it's just a lot easier and more convenient, and it's really healthy for the environment. The solution that we came up with was, of course, our packaging is way more eco-friendly. And with our assistance, with a little bit of assistance, I feel like it could honestly be everywhere. A lot of people would like it. We could not only make delicious smoothies that people would like, but they could also really, really help the earth. Our packaging holds little to zero negative footprint overall.
It is 100% decomposable, and it's made out of craft paper. So craft paper can be completely broken down as compost. It can be eaten by any animal. It's basically dirt, but humans can use it in their packaging. Now we're projecting. With the shift in consumer habits, people are increasingly prioritizing their health and wellness. Thanks to this shift in steady year-over-year market growth, the market size for the smoothie industry is booming. Market revenue is currently $2.7 billion. Consumers ages to 18 to 32 are our most avid smoothie consumers because Instagram and TikTok, everyone wants to be trendy. Everyone wants to have something going on their page that's good for the environment. No one wants to say, my smoothie has 100% plastic and it'll break down in 500 years, but it's so yummy. Ours can have, my smoothie can break down in 8 days. It can help the environment. It can not break down in 500 years.
Another thing is we figured with our products, we can't convince people to change. People aren't going to change. So there's always going to be some type of trash. So we thought instead of trying to change people, we're going to change our products instead to become a lot more healthy.
Profitable awareness. With calculating our price of our product and estimating how much it will be to sell on our first year, with us being a micro business, we see a lot of profit from a donation of $4,000 to start our business off on the right foot. The average cost to put a product on shelves is $250 to $1,000 per item per shelf space. If we were to rent a smoothie franchise, it'd be even more, to $1,000 to $3,000. But we just want to be able to put our product on shelves. That way people can just go into stores, grab it, and then leave, because they are on-the-go people.
These are more so examples of what our products and packaging would look like. They're a lot more eco-friendly.
They're completely made out of craft paper with a lining on the inside, but that lining is also biodegradable within, I think, a year or so. And then our stickers, we get them from an eco-friendly company, and they would be placed on top of the product. These are the smoothie making and process. They are made 100% sugar-free. They are made of only sustainable sources, and all the fruit is fresh. Nothing is canned, nothing has preservatives, and they will last for a long time because we use honey instead of salt or a chemical. So there are no chemicals, there's no preservatives, nothing. It's just good for you and the environment. I am Anaya Ellis.
I'm Cameron Schaefer.
And we have brought to you Effortlessly Smooth.
We also have a few different things.
If you would like to taste.
You girls did a really good job.
Thank you.
And the one thing that you show is passion for your idea and for your product, and that's what sells. You all believe in it. That clearly comes across. You did a really good job, good presentation, good pitch, and you made the ask for funding. You asked, you told us what you needed, and that's the point of giving a pitch like this. You're pitching in front of investors, you know, we're not like Shark Tank, but kind of, but you have to make the ask, and I see that all the time in what I do, is that people will beat around the bush and they never come to the point of, this is what I need and this is what I'm going to do with it. So you all did that very well. Good product, good pitch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I had a question. Is it the eco-friendly packaging you're selling, or is it the consumable product that you're selling?
Well,
Or is it, tell me what it is.
it was mostly both, because our product is, ENS is an eco-friendly sustainable sourcing company. So our packaging is also eco-friendly and our food is eco-friendly. So we're selling it as a whole, but mostly our packaging, because most packaging is plastic and does take 500 years to break down. So we're selling you a product that can break down in like 8 to maybe 12 weeks that won't just shrivel up in your freezer.
Let's just stay with the packaging itself. How much was the packaging itself cost you?
Through the company that
To create the packaging.
through the company that we're using, each cup itself costs 19 cents. So with I looked into it, and one crate of 500 cups is only $94, and there's a sale going on in 2 days, and it'll be $84 in 2 days, but that was just through pure curiosity. And then the smoothies itself, the fruit, cutting out the middleman, it wouldn't cost that much because we just have to pay for seeds and freeze the fruit over the years. So fruit in the freezer can last for about a year. So buying the seeds and everything, it would only cost about $50 to $75 just to get our market in a yearly stance, and that would be year after year. We just keep growing. But to bring in the middleman, my fruit that I buy usually costs about $50 through the big packs through Costco or from Sam's Club, as we usually go to get the big bags of fruit. So the whole product in itself would be about $1.99 to have a single cup. And we were planning on selling them for about $3.50 to have a profit margin of $2.
But is this something that the two of you are making and eating at home now?
I mean, we were eating it through the past 3 days. Yeah.
You've been eating it for quite a while, and
Yeah.
she always makes smoothies in the morning.
Yeah,
So.
I've been doing it continuously for about 7 years, just drinking and eating smoothies. Yes.
Thank you.
And if you'd like, you can taste some. Yes. Okay. So we have names for them.
Okay.
They're a little quirky, but it's okay. Our first one is Triple B and More, which has triple berry, which is blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries, strawberries, peaches, and apple juice.
Congratulations to all you guys for just taking on a challenge. That's what, to me, that's what it's all about, is taking on a challenge and see how well I do. And you guys did a really good job. But with no further ado, we'll go ahead and announce our winners. And first place winners are ENS. Congratulations, ENS. All right. So, you guys come on up. All right. Congratulations. Second place was Theater Toilet. And third place is Miss Evelyn and the Not Ninja Ring. Again, before a break, or before we let everybody go, or any final words, I wanted Miss Williams to also introduce herself to you guys too, because she is with.
Yes, I'm just with Kentucky Innovation Network, and we are part of economic development for Kentucky. But we're the branch that works with folks just like you, with inventors and people with new ideas. We've been around for 20-some years, and my office is located in downtown Elizabethtown. So if we can ever help you further your idea or your technology, or if you know of anyone that we can help, our services are free. We help people raise money. We get them in front of real sharks. We do have a local Lincoln Trail Venture group that is kind of like a Shark Tank, only a lot nicer than the ones you see on TV. And we meet monthly, so if you're trying to raise money for your good idea, we're the pathway to get there. So we're happy to help you.
Did you guys know something like that existed?
Not here.
So we can introduce you to patent attorneys and prototype builders and all kinds of things.
So with no further ado, that is it. Thanks everybody, and congratulations to our contestants.
Thank you so much for joining us here at North Hardin High School today for our STEM Entrepreneurial Challenge. We hope you enjoyed watching this. If you have any questions about what you've seen here today or other opportunities in STEM, you can give me a call at North Hardin Youth Service Center, 270-351-2862.